I'm Brooke.
And I'm Hope.
And this is the Bookish and Bubbly Podcast. Hey everybody, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Hope. Welcome back to the Bookish and Bubbly Podcast, where we talk about books-ish and have some bubbly.
Today, we're drinking a lovely classic red from Spain. Straight from Spain. It's Costco Sangria, baby. Did I say Sangria?
We love the Kirkland brand. All right, so the book that we are discussing today is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren.
Yes.
If you haven't heard of Christina Lauren before, it's actually two authors that write together under a pen name.
They're best friends. It's so cute.
Best friends. So it's Christina Hobbs and Lauren Billings. This book, these authors have really inspired Brooke and I. We read The Love and Other Words, and we loved it. So then we were like, let's read some more of their books. And we found out that it's two best friends who write together and create great stories together. And it really inspired us as two best friends who just love doing stuff together to do this podcast and do it.
It'll be exactly to their level.
Yes. So shout out to Christina and to Lauren. Thank you. And maybe we're sorry.
Okay. So before we get into the details of the book,
the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Let's just get into just a general overview for anyone who maybe hasn't read it yet. We've got Olive and Ethan. Olive's sister got married, and through a series of unfortunate events, the bride and her husband cannot take their honeymoon, so it is gifted to Olive and the best man, who hate each other. And from there, it's an adventure. Will they get together? Will they hate each other even more? You gotta read to find out. So, what did you rate this book, Hope?
I would honestly rate this book like a 12 out of 10. If we can break the scoreboard here, we're exceeding it. I loved this book, not to give anything away, but it was just an adventure, and it was cute. I want it to be a rom-com movie, here for it. I loved it. Really no complaints. Just a few, but we'll get to that later.
Yes. I gave it a 5 on Goodreads, just 5 stars.
Are we supposed to do out of 5?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry.
No, it doesn't matter.
7 out of 5.
Yes, I gave it a 5 on Goodreads. I really liked it. I was told by a lot of people, and I kept hearing that this was like a disappointing book, and I did not.
What?
I know. I did not think it would be it wasn't disappointing at all.
Losers. No, I'm kidding.
Wasn't disappointing. It was very different. So I kept hearing that after people had read Love and Other Words, and then they read this thinking it would be kind of, I assume, similar to the other book. But this is completely different from Love and Other Words. That's like more of a sappy, sweet romance. This is like funny and a very light read. Like there's nothing super serious in it. It's just fun and cute. Yeah.
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10. Yeah, so I loved it. I thought it was great. I was pleasantly surprised. So if you like, it would be a great beach read because they're in Maui. So it would be a wonderful beach read. Super light and easy if you need something like that. And it was so funny.
You need a little romance in your life.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the spoilers part of the episode. So if you haven't read the book or don't want to know, don't listen.
Okay, so in the start of the book, we've got Olive and Amy. They're twin sisters. Amy's getting married. Olive is the maid of honor. Basically, to break it down a little bit, Amy's the lucky one. Olive has all the crap happen to her. So, Olive is in an ugly dress. She hates it, feels super uncomfortable. Basically, poor Olive having a hard time in life. Amy is getting everything she wants. She's getting the guy that's Dane. She's getting married. They're going on a fantastic honeymoon, maybe. And she hasn't had to pay for anything at the wedding.
It said she paid $1,000 for this entire wedding.
What a dream.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do that.
Okay, great. So yeah, I feel like Amy was being super annoying, and she had a list of 70 things for the bridesmaids to do. She's a bridezilla. What kind of bride do you think you'll be someday, Hope?
So, here's the thing. What kind of bride am I going to be? I don't give a crap. If I'm getting married, hopefully I can be a stay-at-home wife. bake brownies, go to Pilates while my husband brings home the money. I will do anything on my wedding day.
Okay.
No.
Love it.
Serious answer. It's a day about love and celebration, and we should just have a party.
Love it. Can't wait, seriously.
Like at your wedding, we had fun the day of the wedding.
It was great.
Yes, we went and jumped on the trampoline in our dresses.
We ate sandwiches and watched a movie.
Yeah. It was a good time.
It was awesome.
There was no Amy at your wedding.
Correct.
And thank you for not making me look like Kermit the Frog.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I'd be so pissed about that dress.
Basically, Ethan is just a little bit moody. He's not having a good attitude in regards to, I mean, really anything, not just Olive. Like, he's not super happy and, like, he's not the typical, like, very excited for the wedding type.
Yes.
Best man.
He is not a romantic.
No.
He's, like, he's not against the wedding, but he's like, marriage,
Yes. And Olive feels like he doesn't like her.
Yes. Why is that? Well, when they first met, like, years ago, when Dane and Amy started dating, they met up at the state fair, and she was, like, super into him. She was like, ooh, hello, Ethan. And then she went to go get some cheese curds. And she comes back, and she says he looks at her with complete disgust. And since then, she's hated him. From that one little thing. I feel like that's important to say, because that's the dumbest reason I've ever heard.
That's tough, though. She thought he didn't like her.
Yes.
She was enjoying her cheese curds and just felt not great about
Yeah,
herself.
what did it say? She made the cardinal sin of being a curvy girl eating cheese curds. And yeah, since then he's done a couple of different things. Like, he didn't sit with her at a holiday, and he wouldn't eat her rice meal that she made.
Yeah.
And so she's convinced that the dude hates her. And so he's now the bane of her existence, basically. So
we've got some bad blood.
Yes. So they are obviously walking together throughout this wedding because they're the maid of honor and the best man, and they're just constantly ribbing each other.
So here's where destiny comes into play. Let me break it down. So Amy got wasn't it free? I'm pretty sure. Yes, Amy got a free seafood buffet for her wedding. Olive is allergic to shellfish. So she cannot partake in the buffet.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Ethan does not like buffets because he feels like they are dirty and a cause of food poisoning.
Well.
So, those two are the only ones who do not partake in the seafood buffet.
Correct.
As they're doing their speeches and enjoying the wedding, literally every guest starts dropping like flies, vomiting. It seems like a war zone of vomit and screaming, crying.
It was pretty intense.
A wedding travesty.
Not what you want. Not the picture of a perfect wedding. No. Also, I was so annoyed during her speech. Her family was texting her.
Yes.
She was reading the speech off of her phone, and she got like 5 texts from different people in her family. I would kill my family if they were texting me.
I feel like I would do that, though.
I would hate you.
Like, if Macy, my sister, was making a speech, I'm texting her every single time. Like, get off the stage!
You suck! Oh, yeah.
But it is mean.
It is. Okay, so after the whole wedding fiasco, Amy tells Olive she needs to go on their honeymoon because it is non-refundable. It was a sweepstakes situation, and the dates, you can't change the dates around, and it has to be the people who signed up. Luckily, of course, Amy and Olive are twins, so they look exactly alike. And then
perfect.
She had only listed the last name of her companion for the trip, which is also Ethan's last name. So he was allowed to go. So they decide, reluctantly, to go on this trip to Maui together.
Are you sensing a love story?
Oh, okay. Before they go on the honeymoon, I forgot to say this earlier. First I was super annoyed that she projected all of her insecurities onto him. She made one look just make her think that he completely hated her and was completely disgusted by her. Which, I mean, I definitely read into things more than they are, but I wouldn't make the person my arch nemesis because of one look. And then since then, he literally thinks I'm completely worthless. And I'm like, girl, that's so extreme.
But isn't that what we do?
It is what we do. It is what we do. Yeah. But it was just like, that's so extreme. Then now they're complete enemies.
A good lesson for all of us.
Yes. Which I do love her character growth in this book. But we'll get to that later.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So they're at the airport waiting to board, and she gets a call, and it is a job offer. She has been down on her luck for quite a while. She lost her job, and then the same day her roommate moved out. So she has been really struggling, and she's been interviewing at all these places, finally got a call. And she's like, I can start in 10 days. And she's super excited.
Yeah, something good has finally happened. Plus her vacation. She's living the high life now.
And Ethan actually congratulated her, which she was shocked about.
Yes. I think it's important to note, though, on the plane, when he is scared of flying, that it's, like, the first time that she has, like, some compassion for him a little bit. And it's, like, their first little, like, bonding moment.
Yes, he's scared on the plane. He is clearly scared of flying. And
Same.
Yes. Oops. And she is just a lot more compassionate than she has been. Still not
great.
Not super warm, but she's like, oh, okay. He's an actual human under there.
Yeah.
Okay, so they arrive to the resort, and then the valet asks what her name is. She completely freaks out. She's a maniac. So, of course, they get to the honeymoon suite, and there's one bed. Oh, awkward. Okay. Yeah, so they argue back and forth for forever about who's going to get the beds. She gets the bed.
As she should.
As she should. But she, of course, has a problem with him saying, well, you're the woman, so you should get the bed. I'd be like, yep, you're right.
I'm all for girl power, but if I'm getting a bed...
I'm getting a bed. Great.
That's fine.
Yes. Not sleeping on a couch for 10 days.
No. Although I would, to go to Maui.
Oh, anywhere.
I'd sleep on the deck.
Roof. I don't know. Okay, so then Olive decides to go down to the spa, and down there, she runs into Mr. Hamilton, which is her new boss at her new job.
What are the odds?
Like 0.
I feel like, though, every time you're lying or you don't want to be seen somewhere, you are seen.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's just how it works out. Yes, so the employee there, she comes up and is like, oh, Miss Thomas, here's your ring, your wedding ring, or whatever. And he's like, no, this is Miss Torres. And then she decides in that moment to lie and say, oh, I actually just got married and I'm on my honeymoon. And immediately after she says it, she regrets it.
Yeah, because how are you going to get out of that?
So then Mr. Hamilton invites her and Ethan to dinner. And she says yes. That is the craziest thing to me. You would just make up literally anything. I mean, she could say, oh, Ethan has food poisoning. I can't. Oh.
But you have to think on your toes.
You have to think on your toes. And we already know she's not good on her. She can't think on her feet. So... yes.
We're having dinner with the Hamiltons.
Yeah, we're having dinner. So she goes up there. She tries to sweet talk Ethan into it. And he's like, no, not going to do that. Thanks, though. And then she finally is like, you know what? I'll give you the bed. He's like, all right, I'll be there.
Okay, so they're on their way to the dinner. They're getting in the elevator. And as soon as they start to get in the elevator, Olive looks at Ethan. And she starts to notice that he is a man.
And he's looking good.
And he is looking good. She starts to notice his features and, just that he's got it going on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then she starts to feel self-conscious again and starts to think like he wouldn't be thinking that about her. But this is honestly was like one of the first parts that I was like, oh my gosh, because I again feel like he grounds her in every situation. And he, like, she says it's almost as if he reads her mind, but he, like, bumps into her with his hip, a little hip action, if you will. And he says, stop it, you look fine.
And now, she spirals from that one word.
As most women would. Yes. When you say the word fine, they're like, oh, hex no. I look fine. You don't want to look fine unless you're looking fine. So she's all in her feels again. And again, he has, like, a great intuition about her. And he just, like, tells her, like, I know you're thinking about that word. The one word. The fine. You look great. And then it happened. She's like, ah!
Yeah, he said you look great.
She looked
you
great.
Always do.
You always look great.
And she's like, wait, what? I'm the cheese curd girl to you. She thinks that he thinks she's a troll. So, and she's
beast.
like, a beast.
A cheese curd eating beast.
Yeah. But she's like, what is that?
And it starts to break down a little bit of a wall there.
Yeah.
She's like, I see Ethan got it going on, and then he sees I got it going on now.
Yeah. Okay, so they get to dinner, and she has already told him that he needs to be charming, but not too charming, because they're going to have to, like, fake divorce, or she's going to have him be, like, eaten by a shark or something.
Honestly, that's the way I would go.
Yeah, I guess. Because then it's so traumatic, no one's going to ask you about it.
Yeah, they're like, what happened when he got eaten by the shark?
Yeah.
They're not going to ask that.
No one's going to ask that.
I'm
like,
so sorry.
I'm sorry, let's never speak of this again. Yeah.
Did they find the arm? No one's going to say that.
Oh my gosh. Yes, so, my favorite line. They ask him his name, and he goes, Ethan. He supplies, and his dazzling smile punches me right in the vagina. I laughed so hard. Her inner dialogue is the star of this book.
The star.
It's so funny. She says, a lot of times the stuff she says is stuff I would be thinking in my brain.
Yes.
Like, it's so funny, and it's just so real, I feel like.
Yes. Also, their banter. I feel like we haven't talked about their banter yet. But, like, the way that they talk back and forth, like, so sarcastic and quick-witted. Like, it's unmatched.
Yes, unmatched. So he's talking about when they first met, which she was like, it wasn't the first time, but it was, like, the third or fourth time. Mm-hmm. But it was an actual event. It was an actual time when they met. He remembered exactly what she was wearing and their interactions. So she remembers that's when she stopped trying, because up until that point, anytime she'd try to be friendly, she said he'd, like, weasel his way out. And what do you think about this? My thought was that anytime she would be friendly, he would get, like, excited, and because we know that he liked her at the very first time they met. He admits this later. And so is that him trying to just keep his distance because Dane didn't want them to be together? That was my thought.
Dane sucks.
Dane sucks. Spoiler alert, Dane sucks. He's the villain.
I wondered when I was reading it if, like, these things started spilling out and he started, like, saying these things and acting a certain way, because when they finally let the whole world, like, everything else quieted except them spending time together, that they were really realizing.
I'm sorry.
Who's calling us?
I have to do my PT exercises. My dad.
I wondered if, because the world got quiet around them and it was just the two of them on vacation, that if they really couldn't hide from their feelings anymore.
Wow. You should review books.
Honestly.
Should be a critic.
I'm trying.
I'm literally trying
How
to build a career. That's a perfect. Yeah, no, that makes total sense.
That was just my, like, interpretation of it. I just feel like they were in such close corners. I mean, they're sharing a bedroom.
Well,
that they're sharing a suite.
Yeah.
So,
and also they agreed to go on this vacation.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you really hate them enough? If you really hated someone that much, you would not go. Well, I don't know.
If it was to Maui,
that's true. Yeah, you'd go anywhere with. Well, you'd go to Maui with pretty much anyone. Hitler. No. Everyone say no. Like, could we put that in there?
Don't get us canceled already.
Well, that's the worst person I could think of.
Or like I don't know, your high school nemesis.
That doesn't work. That's not someone everyone knows.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying, think about it.
Who's a horrible person that everyone would know? Hitler.
Yeah.
I can't say Hitler, can I?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. Would you want to room with Hitler?
No.
No. Okay.
But like in your life, if you're thinking about a person you don't like
absolutely hate.
You got him in your head.
I got him. Well, I don't really hate anyone.
I don't feel like I do anyway.
I'm trying to think. If someone I strongly dislike, then I definitely go on vacation with them.
That distant, weird family member.
But I don't hate them.
It just might not be as fun. But I'm still going, and I'm gonna be like, hey,
exactly. Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't be hanging out with them.
Stay out of my business.
There would be no dinner with the Hamiltons.
Absolutely not.
I'll see you at the airport on the way home type business.
Well, like, he clearly liked her enough to help her with this charade.
Yeah.
He liked her enough to bail her out here. And he did not have to. So he did like her enough for that.
But honestly, what a good time. Like, to know, like, a guy you did have feelings for, but at the same time you were, like, trying not to, that you get to take a whole trip together. Whew. That's some exciting stuff.
I agree.
I'd sign up for that.
Any day. Not really, Mitchell. So, like we said, he was super, super charming at dinner. Mr. Hamilton and his wife absolutely loved him. They're like, you have to come to the spouses group. So they're making plans post-vacation. And so Olive is like, dude, now I have to keep this up, or I have to kill you off, or I have to divorce.
He's getting eaten by the shark.
Yeah, or I have to fake divorce you. She's like upset with him after, and he's like, you told me to be charming. She said, I meant sociopath charming.
Yes.
Where it was just a little too perfect, and you're like, I knew there was something wrong. But then he stops suddenly because he sees someone he recognizes. This is on the way back from dinner. It's Ethan's ex, and she's with a man. And she sees them. And so Ethan panics and asks Olive to keep this up with him. And she said, fine if I get the bed. I was like, you gotta
It's all about the bed.
It's all about this king bed. No one wants to sleep on that couch. So they pretend to still be married for Sophie, his ex-girlfriend.
Who also sucks.
She's the worst. So Sophie is there with her fiance, and Olive describes Sophie as Malibu Barbie and her fiance as Daryl Dixon. Now, I hope you don't watch The Walking Dead, but do you know who Norman Reedus is?
Actually, I did watch the whole first season of The Walking Dead.
You did not.
But I couldn't tell you what either of those names who
Wait,
they were.
what? You did not? Okay,
yes.
News everyone. Hope does not watch that.
So, here's what happened. One of my friends in high school loved that show. And he would come over and watch it because it was on Sunday nights, right?
I think
there was like a span of time that he would come over on Sundays, have dinner with the family, and then watch The Walking Dead. And I found it, like, definitely not my thing. There's no love story in there. There's no, like, definitely not my thing. But, like, all I remember were, like, the sounds in there.
They make some pretty gnarly sounds.
Disgusting. And if The Walking Dead ever happens, like, I'm going to have to make some tough decisions. I am not staying here for that.
I'm just so shocked that you watched those. Or you watched the series.
Yeah.
Wow, the first season.
Hope
watches rom-coms and reality TV.
Yeah, like, if it wasn't on the Disney Channel and it's not, like, produced by, like, Nicholas Sparks and stuff, odds are I probably didn't watch it.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't pay attention.
Daryl's the guy with the crossbow. Okay. Anyways, that made me laugh.
He's the character in the show.
Yeah.
Daryl.
Here, I'll show it to you. Daryl Dixon.
Is he, like, a good-looking man in the show, or is that, like,
you tell me. I think not. I think he looks pretty... I know a lot of people really like him. Like, that's not a horrible picture. He's not there to be attractive.
Probably if you're the new fiance, you don't want to be
with Daryl Dixon.
Daryl Dixon.
That's what he looked like in the first season. With the short hair.
Yeah.
No.
You want to be more, like, who would you Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I see what you're
Channing
saying.
Tatum.
Yeah, you don't want to be seen with Daryl Dixon. But she's not embarrassed at all. She's more focused on the fact that Ethan says he's married. And it's super awkward, and Olive does feel bad for him. And they invite him to dinner. And Ethan is now the one that is frozen. And Olive, she is able to get out of that. I think because there's not as much pressure on her for that situation.
Okay, so then they go to, they're hanging out. They go to breakfast the next day. We got a little bit of light flirting going on. Calling each other, well, she called him cute. And then in walks sucky Sophie again.
Yeah.
This time, Ethan is the one panicking, not Olive. And he lays one on her. The first kiss.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't go great because she says she's going to go wash her mouth out with bleach. So
she had to ruin the moment.
Yeah. But she liked it. It says she liked it. So then they decide to go on
the excursion.
The boating excursion to Snuba. Have you ever heard of snuba before?
No.
Yeah, no, me neither. Is that real? Might be real.
I feel like it's probably real.
Probably. It's a mix between snorkeling and scuba diving.
Would you do it?
Mm,
Why would you not?
well, scuba diving scares me.
Why?
Being under the water with a tank on. I don't know. I don't know. That scares me.
Let's talk about this.
I've never done it. I don't know. I probably would go scuba diving. But I would only want to go to like a coral reef. Like I wouldn't want to go. I hate when there's like too much open water. That's too scary. Like if I could see way too far. No. If I could see too far, I don't want to do it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's a thing.
There, I feel like there's just a lot of fears there. Like, what if the tank dragged you to the bottom?
Yes.
What
Sharks.
If a whale came and swallowed you. An octopus. Okay, my cousin had an octopus attached to his face on the outside of the goggles. And they said had the goggles not been there, he would have died.
What?
Yeah.
How?
I don't remember.
Don't they have little talons?
Yes,
their mouth.
There's something. Yeah,
it would have eaten through his eye into his brain.
Yeah,
definitely.
Could have pulled his brain out.
Wow.
Through his nostril. Like there's a lot. Like there's a lot that
you can get stuck on the coral and then run out of air and suffocate to death.
Well, that's what I was thinking when you said like I want to be like in the coral. I'm like, first off, that's sharp when you touch it, right?
Sure, but then I feel like it's safe. The coral reef is safe. The open ocean. No. Absolutely not.
At least you know it's coming.
The coral reef?
No. Like the ocean, you could see what was coming.
No.
And then you've got...
Oh my gosh.
You're swimming for dear life. Just paddling.
Oh, so maybe I would do a snuba situation because they're tethered to the boat. Yeah. So like... Okay, so yeah, I've never done snorkeling because that scares me because when you're swimming at the top of the water is splashing and it'll get in your snorkel.
That's what scares you about it.
I don't want to die from getting drowning.
If it's deep and like humans are laying on the top of the water, they say that like sharks think
you look like a seal. That's what happened to Bethany Hamilton.
Yes. So that would be scary to me, not so much the water coming in.
Okay, I'm not actually terrified of that. I'd be much more scared of a shark. But I have tried to use a snorkel like in a pool and it was so constricting and I was like I'm gonna pass out because I can't breathe.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think we should probably go on like a girls trip and do some scuba diving.
Wow, great. We'll report back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, so they're on the boat and then Sophie comes up to them.
Oh, they go up to the top deck. No one's up there.
Yes.
Then Sophie and Billy get up there.
Trying to have a private moment, but of course, sucky Sophie is like, I need to know what Ethan is doing. Yeah. So she follows him up there. And I love it how Olive, she just sits right on his lap.
Yes.
And kind of just shows Sophie, like, you know what? You had him. Now you don't. Yes. Now he's mine, even though he's really not yet.
Well, because, Sophie sat on his lap. So on Billy's lap. And then I laughed so hard when Olive sat on his lap. Because she burps. And it's super awkward.
Yes.
Because she's just clumsy and not...
But I feel like she also doesn't care.
No, like, she doesn't care. The way it's so funny.
She's kind of like... She doesn't care, and even though she feels like she has no luck and stuff, like, she's just, like, herself. So I appreciate that.
I love her confidence. It's great. Yes. And she should be confident.
Then they finally get to go scuba diving.
This is, like, the first time that they're together, and it's super peaceful. They can't speak to each other, so...
All about the body language.
Yes, and they hold hands down there.
Yeah.
And she just said it's, like, the most peaceful time, and it's beautiful, and she just felt like they had a really good connection, you know? And I just thought that was quite a turning point for them. It's
quiet down there.
It's so quiet and peaceful. And she said, like, she loved sharing it with him. And then they get back up, and, of course, they're right back into the sarcasm. Mm-hmm. But I just thought that was definitely a turning point because they're like, oh, we can enjoy each other's company.
Yes. I think a quiet moment is good for them, too, because they're so good at, like, banter.
They are.
And that, so, like, when they have to actually shut their mouths, they, like, also feel that, like, chemistry.
Yes, they can't let anything go by without just harping on it and
getting that last word.
Yes. So I just thought this was really cute.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
And then.
They set you up and you think this is about to be like a steamy scene.
Yes.
It is anything but.
Like any rom-com, there's only one bathroom and they have to share.
And they're changing in the bathroom.
Because they're married.
And it's about to get really busy. And so they want to like get in, get out.
They can't let their cover be blown.
Correct. I was peeing during the scene. I peed my pants. I loved her commentary about how she was like, I'm well aware that our cold, wet butts could touch at any moment. And I laughed because I would be thinking the same thing.
Yes.
I'd be like, oh my gosh, his cold, wet butt is right behind mine.
First off, I'd be like, okay, buddy, you wait out here. I'm going in first.
Yes.
You are not coming in.
Yes.
It's a wetsuit. Like,
yes.
That probably...
A wetsuit. Yes, those are impossible to take off.
Yeah. Don't sign me up.
No. So while they're in there, she trips as
per the usual,
and she knocks him over, and they fall butt naked on top of each other, and they are both horrified. She's like, "Get off me!" And he is like, "You're the one who tripped me!" And it's just so uncomfortable, and they're scrambling to get their clothes back on. There's no more privacy anymore. They're both facing each other. They're just like, "Get this on." And you know how hard it is to get your clothes on when you're wet, and it's so impossible. And then the best line, I want you to know, and I'm sure you hear this a lot, but that was by far the worst sexual experience of my life.
What a good time.
I know.
Definitely not what you thought was.
No,
Like, you're like, this is it. It's about to get spicy.
Why is it spicy?
So after the bathroom debacle, they're getting dressed, and Olive says, like, hey, I'm decent, whatever. And he always says, are you really, though?
Oh, yeah.
And after that, like, right after that, he was like, okay, let's go. I'm feeling queasy. Which, again, it would spark a little bit of, like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
But she quickly realizes that he's actually queasy because he's getting sick.
Yes. So
she takes him up. She's trying to, like, help him. And he rests his head on her lap. And they share this cute little moment where, like, again, she realizes that she's starting to, like these moments with him. Should we talk about the paintball?
Yes! Okay, yes. They go paintballing. And they get there. It's super intense. The main guy is like, this is his life. And they get placed on a team. They were hoping to be against each other so they could hit each other. But they're on the same team. And right before they start, they get... they see their opposing team, and there's some, like, teenage boys.
Little boys.
Oh, my gosh. They made me laugh so hard.
Are you going to tell them why?
You do.
Basically, Ethan is like, dude, where's your mom? Like, is she around, like, making, like, a you're young joke? And this kid, the audacity of his mouth...
Actually, your mom drove me here. Took my dick in the back seat. Oh my! Just wasn't expecting that at all.
Rotten freaking kids.
Oh.
And isn't that how it is today?
Yes.
So funny, though. But, like, what do you say to that?
He said, yeah, that sounds exactly like something Barb Thomas would do. I feel like he should have just not said anything.
No, he should have accepted his defeat and walked away.
Because that was quite a burn. Just no one was expecting that. Oh my gosh.
Have you ever been paintballing?
Yes, I have.
You have? Did you like it? God bless you. God bless you. Jeez.
I am struggling so bad.
There might be a geranium somewhere in here. If you'd like to see a picture of Brooke after coming in contact with a geranium, slide into my DMs and I'd be happy to send it to you.
If enough people subscribe to our podcast, I'll post it for you.
I'll post it for nothing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, but paintballing. Did you like it?
Oh, I was so excited, and then it was way more scary than I thought it was going to be. I was terrified. I didn't want to get hit.
Have you seen, like, when people get hit and, like, the welts that it leaves?
I got hit.
That does not sound like a good time. What did it feel like?
It hurt real bad. Like a bee sting.
That's it?
Have you been stung by a bee? A wasp?
Yeah. I'm just expecting this, like, huge impact.
It
like,
is. That's what I don't know. The bee sting is the
getting
best thing.
stoned or,
Have you been stoned before, Hope?
No. It's just what popped in my mind.
Okay, yeah. Like, I don't know. Getting hit. I mean, just, it hurts so bad. Punched as hard as you can in just one little tiny spot, I guess. But I've never been punched.
One poke.
There's nothing to compare it to. A hot poker. Oh, no. But yes, then when they're hunkered down, they have a big conversation about Ethan and Sophie in their history.
Did he ask her to marry him?
He asked her to marry him.
And she said, no, she didn't answer.
She didn't answer, but they were hugging and celebrating.
Yes. And then he gets home, and she had written on the whiteboard, or whatever, chalkboard, smartboard, whatever it was. Some
erase
sort of
board.
I can't do this.
I don't want to get married.
Yeah. And then takes her stuff, right? No? I thought everything was gone. And then
it just said, I don't think we should get married. Sorry. And she was just gone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. And she wrote it in Sharpie on the dry erase board like a total ass. And
keep it permanent.
Yes. And then they definitely lose to those little punk kids, and he flips them off right before he goes in for the kill shot.
Which honestly, I thought like that Ethan would be like the hero and like kill everyone. Well, not kill them, but like hit them. Shoot them.
Yeah.
Get him out of there, and that is not what happened.
No,
and I love that they flipped him off right before shooting them. But I honestly, because they kind of like tricked him, and the little boy was like standing out there looking at his phone.
Yeah.
So they thought like, oh, we're gonna get the last shot, whereas the kids were behind and shot. They really planned
this whole thing out. Yeah.
So it was kind of like really funny again. Like this kid just annihilated Ethan twice. First with the yo mama joke, and then secondly killed him in paintball. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was funny.
It was
but
hilarious.
Not what I expected.
No. Okay, so we cut to, they're at the spa, and they're there to get a couples massage.
Spicy!
So they first go to a room with a hot tub in it.
Yes.
Because that's like, they do like a pre-soak before they go in for the massage. So they're at the hot tub, and they have another heart-to-heart conversation. And it's just really cute to see these little conversations that come out. But I think, again, we got another turning point for Olive, because Ethan is talking in depth about his job and how much he loves it and like how passionate he is about it. Like, and it's something she has never had with her job.
Yeah.
She is good at her job. She's never enjoyed her job, but clearly she sees Ethan is really passionate about his job. And like I feel like that is like, oh, maybe I could be also passionate about my job.
Yeah.
So I thought that was...
He's like helping her.
He's helping her without... He wasn't trying to, but him just being there has been helping her. And I'm sure vice versa, but we are obviously not getting his perspective on things.
Right.
But yeah, I loved that she was like inspired by his love for his job.
Mm-hmm. Then comes the massage.
Then comes the massage scene. I loved it. It was
again not what, like, I feel like everything in this book is just not what you would expect.
What did you expect?
I just expected them to go in and have a couple's massage and then leave. Like, I didn't.
Okay.
I thought it would continue to like build their tension, but that was not what I was expecting.
Yes.
So for those who don't know or just want to be reminded, they walk in. There's one massage table, and the masseuse is having them learn how to massage each other. And then, like, they would switch and do the same. Like, they're not both just getting a massage.
They're horrified.
I would be horrified.
Even with Mitchell. I'm not... Yeah. I'm going to be like, excuse me, no.
Yeah. And like, I wouldn't want to have to, like... If I'm going to a spa...
Yes.
I want to lay on the table, and you're going to run me down.
I have to do work? What is this?
No. Unless you're paying me.
Are you paying me for my hourly wage to do this massage? I don't think so.
Yeah. I would not have been a fan. And also, it's awkward.
It's awkward. Even if you are with your husband or wife, I feel like it's weird. I don't know.
But they just did it.
They sure did. So then the woman is like, so who's first? And they both look horrified at each other. And they're like, no, you go first. No, you go first. Like, they're both not wanting to be the first one.
Yeah.
And then the woman is like, okay, I'll leave and you guys decide. And she immediately goes,
Get in the sheets, Elmo.
We forgot to mention
we
that.
haven't talked about this yet. They, like, hardly ever called each other their, like, actual names.
Yeah.
They called, like, he would call her... My favorite was when he said Odessa.
Yep.
He called her Olivier.
We've got
Oliver.
Orville. And then and Oscar. That was a good one. And then he's got Elmo, Elijah, Eric, Aragon, Ezra, and Elvis. And just every time they just pick a new name, and I think it's hilarious. I just like a cute little banter. You know,
just
part of their banter.
To add.
Yeah. So they're trying to decide who's gonna go first, and he's like, "Seriously, you go." Should I say that? And she's like, "Oh my gosh, are you scared of getting a boner?" And he's like, "Actually, yeah." And she's like completely stunned about that, because that would be the last thing that she would think
She thinks she's the cheese curd beast.
Correct. And she goes, "Okay, well, don't make fun of my body." Which I hate that. She thinks that that's what's going to happen. And he's like, he was so adamant, I would never do that.
Yeah.
He was like, his whole demeanor changed. I would never do that. And she's like, well, yeah, except when you have. And he is like, what? Okay. So he's about to reply, but Diana comes back in. Oh, Diana. Anyways, so I had to reread this a couple of times. Okay, so they're now avoiding eye contact. Well, she's avoiding eye contact, and she said she can feel that he's trying to catch her eye. And then she finally meets his eyes to look at him to see if there's any sign that he's uncomfortable with doing this. And he
is not.
He's definitely not. He is going from like this sweet little like timid whatever to a very determined man. And he looks her up and down, and she reads what he says as, "I like what I see." And I was just like, hey!
It's a very...
Yeah, I read that paragraph a couple of times, not gonna lie.
Can you do that sound one more time?
Boing. Yeah. So
it was a good scene.
It was a good scene. It was completely different from what she had thought about this guy this whole time. Anyways, he gives her a massage of a lifetime. And yeah, I mean, not happy ending massage. It's not that kind of book, but I mean, it's a great massage. Hope, can you not have your phone go off during this?
I'm pretty sure that was yours. Oh.
It was my phone. Okay. Yes, so that ended. And then what happened? Whew.
I couldn't even tell you.
We gotta turn the AC on in here.
Isn't that...
I hope my parents aren't listening. Mom and Dad, tune out. Should have told them before that. Okay.
They're calling you right now.
That's just beautiful.
My mom would be calling
Okay,
you.
story time. So... Who remembers 17 again? I sure do. Zac Efron.
Who doesn't?
Thank you, Lord.
That?
Okay, when did that come out? Would we have been, what grade? Like 8th grade, maybe?
Should we Google it?
Yes,
super
we
quick?
should Google
Let
it.
me just check.
Google it, bitch.
Let's see. So this came out in 2009. So we would have been in like 8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade.
Yes. So Brooke, was this around your birthday?
What day did it come out?
I don't know.
I feel like it was in the summer or something for some reason. Maybe totally making that up.
So, yes, it was in November.
Oh, okay. So it would have been my birthday.
Yes, so I remember you, like, asked if I wanted to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
she
like,
said, yes, I promise I'll see it. And I said, don't go see it with your sister.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sorry, I promised Brooke that I would see this movie with her, but just as, like, an aside, I grew up with 2 older sisters. They were in high school when we were in middle school, like, about to graduate, and they would always, like, we got to do fun stuff with them. They would take us shopping. They would do this, whatever.
So fun.
So I was home one day and they were like, hey, do you want to go see that new Zac Efron movie? Okay, I'm sorry. If someone offers to take you to look at Zac Efron on like 100-foot screen, you're going anytime. Brooke, I'm sorry. Like, you're out. Yeah. I'm going to stare at him.
If it's the last thing I do.
I'm going to this. I don't care. Like, I am going. So I was like, yes, Kayla Macy, please take me to see 17 again. And I was like, listen, girls, this was before posting stuff. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, we rode a dinosaur to the movie theater. And so I was like, not worried about it. I'm like, Brooke is never going to know. I'm like, girls, don't tell Brooke.
You told me.
I always say, like, I'm never going to tell you. And then I just feel bad. And I'm like, oh my God,
I'm so sorry I did see this.
So.
Or did I ask you? I think I said.
You probably
saw this.
Hope, you saw it already.
Yeah. So, anyways, my mom agrees to take us to the movie.
Yes.
I think for the first time. Yes. But I was betrayed.
Anytime you see Zac Efron, though, it feels like the first time again.
So true. It feels like the first time. So we go see the movie. Why did she say that?
In the movie, one of the characters, I think it's Zac Efron, he says, like, you're a dick or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't think that would have made her upset.
No, it did.
I thought there was sexual stuff in it.
No. They said dick.
Is that why?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yes. It just...
Because
she was pregnant. He got her pregnant and stuff.
No, the bully, the guy who's like the girl's boyfriend, Stan. He was saying that, Zac Efron's character was saying that Stan was being a bully because he has a little dick.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happened. Yes. Anyways, we're into the movie and my mom was just like, that's just beautiful. Just so mad the whole time. Love you, Mom. I think she'd think the movie was funny now, but not when I was in 8th grade, even though it would have been.
It was hilarious.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I got to see Zac Efron. I was like, I don't even care. I got to see Zac Efron. Anyways, that was the story. Great, I know. Do you know why we talked about that? Why I thought I'd bring that up? 17 again. Zac Efron.
Movies? Did they watch?
Did I say that's just beautiful or something? My mom watching.
Yes, Mom, don't listen to the podcast. Yeah. Yes.
If we couldn't watch 17 again together, I don't think you want to listen to this podcast.
I don't feel like my mom would be able to find a podcast, though. So I think we're safe on that front.
Yeah, I know my mom at least doesn't listen to podcasts. My dad has already had a couple of ideas for our podcast.
Like what?
Well, he would like to become a guest and...
Please! We should let
Mike,
him.
This is your invitation. If you're still listening, get off! Please don't listen to this. It's embarrassing.
I was telling my mom and she was like, so when are you doing your little podcast? Oh. I'm like, Mom, don't call our podcast little. Because we're about to blow up in this podcast. But she's probably going to be one of our 3 listeners.
Correct. So shout out to all 3 of you. And the other 2 are us re-listening. Okay. Next day, they get up and they're like both really sore, obviously, because they were doing paintball. And Ethan is like, hey, what should we do? Or he said, I don't care what we do today, but let's just make it just us. And she completely freaks out. And then he's like, what's wrong? And she said, I'm freaking out a little bit that you suggested we spend the day together, just us, and it doesn't make me want to rappel down the balcony. And I just love their honesty.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times in books and movies, everyone's trying to like play it cool. And she's just like, honestly,
I'm freaking out, man.
I'm freaking out because I don't hate that idea.
Yeah.
So she's I feel like being vulnerable just in that statement is saying, yeah, I wouldn't mind spending time with you, to someone who she has been very vocal about absolutely hating. I just think that's cool.
I do too.
Yeah.
Here for it.
So then they go on the cutest date ever. They rent a car, they drive up the coast, and it's just a really sweet day. They take pictures together.
Like, of each other.
And he's like, send those pictures to me. And it's just
Yeah, I will.
It's great and it's cute. I just think it's so sweet.
Yeah.
And then they decide to go to this little, like, bar restaurant and have 99-cent Mai Tais or whatever they were. And I've never had...
I feel like if a drink is advertised as 99 cents, do not get it.
That's probably true.
Like the margaritas at Applebee's.
I have tried those and they are just fine.
No way.
Yep. They're great. I have seen the videos where they are mixing them with their hands.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. Have you seen that?
No.
It went like viral. The Applebee's employee took a video of, this is how we stir it, which, why would you need to do that? Just get a big spoon. But it was the guy in there and he had his whole arm in the tub and he was stirring the margarita mix.
Wow. I'll never order that.
The more you know.
No.
You'll never work at Applebee's?
I said I'll never order that.
Oh.
I don't think I'll work at Applebee's either unless...
I don't know. I'm keeping my options open.
You know, honestly, they might be half off. 49 cents.
Oh, wow.
You never know.
So they have a cute conversation, you know, while he's
throwing them back.
Yeah, he's plastered. But like they're being sweet to each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Then they get back and he's like, I'm so tired. And she's like, well, yeah, you had a long day. And he goes, no, I'm tired of pretending that I hate you. And he kisses her to show her how much he liked her.
Bam.
Yeah. And then they snuggle all night. And it's cute. So that's their first real kiss. Obviously.
Yes.
Next day, while he's eating his breakfast, which had some mangoes in it, he remembers Dane's girlfriend that had a tattoo of a mango on her butt. And
which is so weird to bring
random.
up.
Why would he know that also?
Yeah.
I guess Dane might have told him, but weird. And she's like, oh, when was that? And he was like, I don't know, like 2 years ago. Bad news bears, because Amy's been dating the guy for 3.5 years.
That cheating has to be.
Dane was dating girls, to Ethan's knowledge, up until him and Amy got engaged.
Yes.
And she freaks out on him, obviously. Now, at this point, now that she knows that. And he's like, you tricked me. And she's like, you're
dumb.
You're an idiot, and your brother is a skank. And yeah. And then he's like, you're being cynical. You're being bitter. He's like, Dane was right. You are so angry and cynical about everything.
Yeah. So basically it comes out that Ethan had liked Olive from the very beginning, but Dane told him, like, no.
Yeah. And then she assumed he was completely repulsed by her.
So this whole thing is Dane's fault.
And Olive's ability to completely overreact.
Let's just blame it on Dane.
Let's blame it on Dane, but yes. She became mortal enemies with someone over a look, so.
Still gonna put all the
Okay,
blame on Dane.
yeah. Okay. Yes, and he keeps, this point is brought up a bunch of times where he goes, you just see the negative in every interaction, and that makes her so angry. And he was like, I was not intending to have that reaction towards you, that I was disgusted by you. I thought you were hot and I wanted to ask you out, but you showed me absolutely no interest. You showed so much disdain for me. So I, of course, I didn't think you returned those feelings, so I didn't try and I backed off. And again, Dane was an ass and was like,
yes,
you don't want to be with her. She's angry all the time.
Because he probably knew they would have figured out
yes.
that he was a cheating loser.
Yes, and so obviously Olive is still super angry about the fact that Dane has been cheating on her sister this entire time. And she's like, I'm going to go tell Amy. And he's like, please don't tell Amy. What? Don't do this. Anyways, she storms off into the room and then he leaves.
Are you team tell Amy or don't tell Amy?
At this point, I agree with the not telling her at this exact moment. I think it's
until they got home.
It's an in-person conversation.
I
definitely.
agree with that.
I don't because then you can't be there for that person.
Yeah.
To comfort them. I just don't think that's something you want to talk on the phone about.
Hey, let me just text her real quick.
Yeah.
Your husband's a cheating loser. See you in a couple weeks.
Right. Yeah. I think that was the better call.
Mm-hmm.
I do get frustrated with Ethan where he's totally on Dane's side. I understand he's his brother, but Olive being like, no, this was not mutual. This was not an open relationship. Amy is not cool with open relationships. She's the most uptight person ever. Yeah. This is not her thing. So I don't like that he didn't even give that theory a time of day.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I can see, like, wanting to stick up for your siblings.
Absolutely.
But, like, if they're doing something like that.
You can admit when someone's wrong that you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you do wrong stuff all the time, Hope.
Same with you.
Okay, so they're pissed at each other. And she ends up taking a nap. She's just mad. Mm-hmm. I love that. That is a great tactic.
Yes.
Go take a nap.
Yes.
Think on it while you take a nap. And then she goes out of the room. They run into each other. And then they argue a bunch more. But then it gets a little steamy. They're arguing with each other, but they decide, you know what? We're not going to do anything about it right now.
Yeah.
But he's still very standoffish because she was pretty mean to him. But also he was completely not understanding. So... Right. There was just an argument anyways. But they're kind of like just putting that aside for now. And then I don't know how to say this. She's like, do you remember the kiss from last night? Basically. And he's like, yeah. And anyways, they end up having sex. I don't know how else to say it. They do it. Okay. And then... They decide to go on a sunrise hike, and then they decide to be boyfriend and girlfriend. It's very cute. She was very not sure at first, but she does. She's like, yeah, let's do this.
And then you think like it's just going to be smooth sailing.
Yeah, I do wish that we saw, because it jumps right from that to them packing up.
Yeah.
And leaving. And I do wish we got some of their vacation in there.
Yeah.
Because there was 5 days left. It would be... nice to see them be pretty happy, but
yeah.
I guess the book would have been quite a bit longer. But I do wish there was a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know?
A little something.
Yeah. So they decide to go, or they decide. They're packing up, they're leaving, and then on the plane, she's like, you know what? I'm not going to tell Amy. I always jump to conclusions.
I'd be jumping to that conclusion.
I know, I agree. But at the same time, she has to, at some point, trust people or whatever. Yeah. And... Ethan kept saying, this is not our business. They might, and she keeps thinking this too, they might have had this agreement that,
yeah,
or she might have already known about this
yeah.
and they got over it, but she didn't want to share that with other people. So she's like, you know what? I'm just not going to bring this up. We're going to just get past this. And then they decide that they're going to concoct a plan to tell Amy and Dane about them being together. Yeah. But it is foiled because they are caught kissing at the airport by Amy and Dane. Immediately when they land. Yeah.
Okay, so as they get home, basically, Ethan just straight up moves in with Olive. They try at first to stay away. They both want to go to their own houses. Neither wants to go to the other. They give it a good shot. Basically, Ethan shows up at the door. Doesn't leave her house until then. She starts her new job, and you think oh, this is it. This is her new life. She's going to do great. And immediately gets fired because Mr. Hamilton finds out that she lied.
But she told him. So she could have kept going with it. I thought it was good that she told him.
Yes.
She was like, I want to start new. Yes. I want to tell him. And he fires her. What do you
think?
Which
I thought was crappy. But he says he has the morality code or whatever. Yeah. But she did tell him, and she wasn't working there at the time.
Yes, I've gone back and forth about this. I'm like, that sucks, dude. Come on. She's being super honest with you. Yeah. And is like, hey, now we're together.
Yeah.
But then I do get it, because you don't want your employees being someone that have clearly blatantly lied to you. So I get it. But I don't know. At the same time, just let it go. Maybe put her on probation or something. But he completely fired her.
Yeah. So... basically, a little bit later, she gets a job as a waitress, which is, not what she wanted, but she takes it and rolls with it. But her and Ethan decide they're going to meet up with Amy and Dane for drinks. However, it's just Ethan and Dane when she shows up.
Yes, I wasn't sure about what this was. Why was Amy not there?
I don't know.
I don't think it ever
says.
It. But... it talks about how, why is Amy late? She's never late anyway.
Yes. So I'm assuming Dane didn't tell her or something like that, because he knew that he was planning to make a pass at Olive.
Yes. Okay. I had a huge question about this. So yes, they're at dinner. Ethan ends up going to the bathroom, and then Dane grossly flirts with Olive and is like, hey, if you ever want to have a crazy night or whatever, if you want to mess around, let's do it.
The audacity.
The audacity. And she obviously leaves and is upset. But my question about this is, did Dane actually hit on her because he liked her? Or did Dane hit on her because he knew that that would upset Olive, and then she would tell Ethan and Amy, and neither of them would believe him? Because the dude has been successfully cheating on his wife and all the other women for like 3 years. I feel like he's smart enough to not get caught, at least up until now. So,
or he's just a straight up pig who can't help himself.
I know, but you would think he would get caught if he's so blatant about this. Like, he's... Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I feel like he might have been doing this because he knew no one would believe her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And or did he think she wouldn't say anything because he's, like, a powerful guy and she's, like, down on her luck?
Yeah, maybe. That's true. I wasn't sure if it was that and, like, to break them up because Ethan would be like, he would never.
Could have been.
I don't know.
What a jerk.
He's a jerk. He's the worst.
Yeah.
So Olive leaves and Ethan chases after her and he's like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
And she ends up telling him and he doesn't believe her.
Worst part of Ethan in the whole book.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it sounds crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, I get like, he clearly cheated on Amy all this time, but her being like, and then he hit on me. See, that's where I felt like Dane did this on purpose because, I don't know. But, and then he's like, you are just jealous of all that Amy has. Mm-hmm. And then he takes it back immediately, but she's like, I'm out of here. You're dead to me. He does. I do like how he chases her, though. He, like, really tries to get her to stay. I feel like a lot of times in stories like this, they just, like, watch them go.
Yeah.
You know, he does try to get her back, but...
And then it's just a bit of a struggle for a while.
It's a struggle. She ends up the next day telling Amy. She's so mean about it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then it's like a 2-week period.
You're right. I forgot about that. So she's
so mean to her. And I was like, while a lot of the stuff she said was like super accurate, like, you always see the negative, you just jump to the worst conclusions. These are all true things about Olive, but she said it so mean.
Maybe not kick her while she's down.
But also, why would Olive say this? Why would Olive be like, your husband's been cheating on you for 3 years and he also made a pass at me and all this stuff, and she just absolutely does not believe her. Yeah. That doesn't make sense. All that kind of doesn't make sense to me. Mm-mm. And then she's mean about it. I would understand if she's like, I don't know if that's true. Yeah. But she's just so aggressive and mean. I get it though, because she's really
like her whole world is like crumbling.
Absolutely. So, she starts her first day at her job. It goes great. And then Ethan comes over that night. And she's like, I can't let this go, basically. Yeah. And he's like, I'm crazy about you, but we have to be done because she can't let this go. And I'm like, what?
Insane. I didn't expect that in that book when he was like, we have to be done. Or I think we should break up. I was like, what?
Well, that's a little extreme.
Yes.
I understand if he thinks she's crazy or whatever, but she hasn't done anything. I guess she has assumed that. She did assume Ethan hated her. Yeah. But that's not the same as this. She knows that he's been cheating. Yeah. And he said, did you talk to Amy? And Olive says, yeah, she didn't know about the girls. And then he says, so are you seriously not going to let this go? That was his response to that. Yeah. I'm like, so right there you have confirmation that the dude has been cheating on her this whole time. But you don't care. And you're like, well, we'll just break up then.
He does kind of suck for that.
But
we all make mistakes.
Sure. But that was a big one. Dumb. Yeah. Okay. So she works at her job for like 2 weeks. No one's talking to her. I mean, her family is, other than Amy. While she's at work, she gets texts from Amy and she's like, is this what you were talking about? Amy found names on Dane's phone and it was like, you want to hang out? And he's like, nah, not right now. And so she found 3 girls on his phone. And she's like, should I text them? Olive's like, yeah, definitely should. But she doesn't fill Olive in. But then invites Olive over the next day. Olive gets there and she's like, so what's going on? Amy won't tell her. Ends up, there's a knock. So Dane gets home. There's a knock at the door after Dane. And Amy's clearly nervous. And it's one of the mistresses. And Dane is like completely freaking out. And Amy's like, who is it? Oh, it's one of your girlfriends. I just want to introduce myself to one of your girlfriends. And he is completely flustered. She is such a badass for
I
this.
love how she handles this.
She handled it so perfect. She invited all the girls over, like, on Dane's phone, and Ethan.
Yes.
To the house at the same time so they would all see each other and all know. I feel like you have to do this with Dane.
Yes.
Because he would have denied, he would have gone to his grave being like, you're crazy, I have not cheated on you. But this blew him up for all the girls, so he didn't get any, you know? I love it. And then Ethan saw it too. Amy really redeemed herself here. Because she was such a jerk to Olive.
Yes.
And she's, like, even trying to save Olive's relationship with Ethan. And I thought that was very sweet.
Yeah.
Because she could have just done the stuff with the girls. Yeah. But she also...
and forgotten about her.
That was the most iconic...
A good sister moment.
Iconic. Okay, so then... I think more weeks go by. Obviously, like, they're...
Because at this point, Ethan, like, he is like, oh my God, Olive.
Oh, yes.
But she's not receptive
she's like,
to him
no.
because she's like, no, you didn't believe me.
Correct.
Like, she's hurt too.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Yeah. The dude... Oh, yeah. And he immediately knew he was wrong. And he had been trying to text her, but she wasn't answering. Anyways, a couple weeks go by, and Amy is doing so great. She's like... She's completely thriving. She's enjoying life for, like, the first time ever.
Yeah.
Obviously, she does miss Ethan, but doesn't talk about it very much. But she's, like, loving her job. She loves that it's been giving her time to really think about what she wants to do. She's dog walking.
Olive is thriving.
She's thriving. It's so sweet. So, one night...
Yes.
Olive is at work, and awkwardly, the Hamiltons are seated in her section. She's like, yeah, let's not do this. And I loved the wife. She was like, are you happy with yourself?
Yes.
Or whatever. You still haven't filled that position. Are you so happy that you fired her on her first day?
I thought they were going to give it back to her.
I did too. But it's good that they didn't. That's not what
she didn't need
she
them.
didn't even, and she didn't want to do that job. She wasn't like, that gives me happiness from doing this job. Yes. So that was cool. Okay, so then they move them to a different section, and she goes back to that table, and Ethan is sitting there. And he's like, he says, I'm grand gesturing. And he has his tropical or whatever shirt on, and he's got a fake Mai Tai glass, and he's...
The lei around his neck.
Yes, he's all decked out, and then he just obviously professes his undying love for her. Also, underneath the shirt, he has made a tank top out of the bridesmaid's dress.
But not hers.
Not hers, it was
so that
somebody
they
else.
could keep it.
Yeah. And it was funny, because earlier in the book, she was like, I'm going to make you something out of my dress.
Yes.
Like a tie or something. And he made a tank top for her. And was just like, I really miss you, and I'm so sorry I didn't believe you.
As he should be.
As he should be. It was a great apology.
Yes.
And, of course, they do get back together. And I did love that she was in a good place.
Yes.
It wasn't that she was still in a horrible place and then decided to take him back. She was in a good place and could have turned him down, but knew she was better with him than without him.
Boom.
Wow.
Amazing.
So, yes, they're together. And then
we get epilogue.
Yeah, we get the epilogue where it's from Ethan's perspective.
I love that.
I love. I love when we get to hear the guy's perspective.
Yes.
And they're going back to Maui. This is 2 years later. They're going back to Maui with Amy and her new boyfriend.
Yes.
Who is like Ethan's lifelong friend.
Yes.
And they're there and they're having a great time. It's just so sweet seeing him, how he describes her and like how joyful she is.
Yes.
So clearly we've seen like a complete 180 with her. Like she was like this grumpy person and she's like this joyful, brave person.
Just living
life. I just love it. And he's just like, I gotta get her to marry me, you know? He's trying to find the good moment. And then they're on the beach one night.
Yes.
And he's like, this is perfect. And
she ruins
it by like making fun of people from Minnesota that they're from Minnesota. People from Minnesota that get married, get engaged on the beach.
Yeah.
And she's
literally
there and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, it's fine. And they just like,
which I feel like is perfect for their story though.
It is.
They were like so it was like an awkward start.
Super
but then
awkward.
They're super honest with each other.
Yes.
And can like get through anything. So
Yes.
they were able to get through that and get engaged.
Yes. And so, but the way they got engaged was great because she ends up kind of proposing.
Yes.
And she was like, well, the other day I found this orange, fuzzy, ugly dress and I think we can pay Amy back for my dress.
Yes.
And she asks him. No, he ends up asking
Yeah.
her, but she's like, I don't know why I couldn't ask. And he's like, I don't think it'll fit on my finger. And so then he asks her.
Yes.
And I think he calls her Oscar.
I'm pretty sure.
Will you marry me, Oscar Olivia Torres?
I love that.
I love it. And he says that about that too. What a ridiculous, silly, mistake-ridden proposal that was. It was absolutely perfect.
It was perfect.
It was.
And we need a sequel.
We need a sequel.
From Ethan's perspective. Overall opinion of the book. Loved it.
Loved it.
I love anything like fake dating.
Yes.
I
love a
that.
fake dating trope.
I love the banter. I love the humor that Christina and Lauren add into their books.
Yes.
Basically, like I said before, 12 out of 10. Would recommend.
Yeah, I just really liked it. It's a light book if you like... Well, you've already read it if you've listened this far, so...
Or if you didn't, you don't need to now.
Correct. We did a perfect retelling of the book. No, really, so good. I loved her inner dialogue. Still my favorite part of the book. And their banter was great, yeah. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else? What are you reading next?
What are we reading next?
What are you currently reading?
Oh, I'm currently... Well, I've been really working on this book because I wanted to make sure. I'm reading Harry Potter.
Oh, nice.
Which I thought was funny. I forgot to mention that. Mm-hmm. There were like 4 Harry Potter references in this book. And I just thought that was funny since I'm reading Harry Potter for the very first time ever.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm really enjoying it. And I wish I would have read these as a child.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, they're cute. And then I want to read The Ballad of the Never After. It's the second book in this series. And I'm excited about it. So that's what I'll probably read tomorrow.
The Harry Potter series?
No. I'll read that at the same time as I'm reading the other book.
I can't do that.
Well, I listen to an audiobook and read a physical book at the same time. Not at the same time, literally. Like, if I have time to sit down and read, I'll read a physical book. And if I don't, I'll be just listening while I'm, like, doing the dishes. Yeah. That's, like, perfect. Yeah. What are you reading right now?
Currently reading Book Lovers.
Yes.
I do like it.
Ooh, I haven't read any Emily Henry, but I need to. I'm so excited to. Okay, well, thanks for listening to this very long and rambling podcast. We hope you liked it, and we hope you tune in next time. Woo! Woo! Bye!